Alright, we're going to be going through some videos on how to work through the Creo Elements Primer. This tutorial will help you create this cube, and what it is you're going to draw one of these yellow cubes, one of these green struts, and then we'll assemble all these together and make this object. And if you go through the tutorial, it starts off with some introductory stuff. A little bit about Creo, and it's a standard Windows program. It has some of the standard features that you would find in any Windows program: file, edit, view, to new, open, save, print, that sort of thing. It talks about the message area, the dashboard, and we'll go through some of those as we work through this tutorial. Scrolling on down, you get to about page I believe 13 here, and again we're going to start off drawing this cube first. This is what's going to look like when we're finished, and we're going to start with nothing and then end up drawing that. Now to start, Creo likes to have you set a working directory, and that is basically just saying here's where we're going to store all the files for this project. And so we're going to start off, we're going to go File, Set Working Directory, and then we'll go from there. So let me bring that up here. We can go File, Set Working Directory, click on that, and now for you, you're going to look for Indesk 0, in my case 025. Your computer will be something different, but look for this Indesk whatever your number is, and click on that, and then down here you should see the H drive, and it should say your name, and double click on that, and you can create a new folder. You can right click and say a new folder, and click on that and create a new folder, and call it Creo or something like that, and then once you hit that, you can hit OK. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go File and New, and again we're going to call this, we're going to have a part, we're going to call it Cube because that's going to be the first thing we're going to draw, and we'll hit OK. Now in the tutorial, we're going to start off, and again we deal with these datum planes, or think of X, Y, and Z, and we're going to start off hitting the sketch tool and then clicking on the front datum plane, and you'll see that the reference for this will be the top. So we're going to go up here to sketch, I'm going to click on the front datum plane, and then the top is the reference there, and we'll hit sketch. Then we'll go back here to the tutorial, and we're going to click on, we're going to create some center lines. I'll show you how to do that. And if you ever go through the tutorial and you see X1, X2, that's just saying point 1, point 2, or click here and then click here, and they call it X1, X2. Don't get too worried about that. Then we're going to create a rectangle, and then we're going to add dimensions to it. So we'll go back here to Creo. First thing we're going to do is right here at the line tool, we're going to click on center line, and we're going to click on this vertical line right here. We're going to click there once. We'll move our mouse down, and you see these little red lines. That means it's horizontal or straight up and down. So we'll click there again. So we click once, and then we have our vertical center line. Now we're going to do the same thing for the horizontal here. And we're going to click once here, and click once over here, and now we have our center lines. And this is important because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a rectangle. We're going to click on rectangle, and I'm going to click somewhere up here in the top left, and move my mouse over until I see these little red arrows pop up. Watch that again. I'll move my mouse over, and then you see those red arrows pop up. That means that we are even on both sides of this center line right here. Then we'll move my mouse down until I see the red arrows pop up, and you see them over there on the left side. So now I'm going to click again. So all I did was I clicked once here, I moved over, I didn't click anything, I let go of the mouse. So I clicked and moved down and clicked again over here. If you have any questions on that, just let me know. Now we're going to change the dimensions here, and this is going to be 30 by 30. So to change dimensions, we're going to click on the 1x1 tool, or this blue arrow, and you see there are some gray dimensions here. These are called weak dimensions until we adjust them. And so I'm going to just double click on that dimension. I'm going to type in 30 and enter, and you see it got really small because it was at 100 and something. I'm going to find this other dimension. I'm going to double click on that. I'm going to change that to 30 and enter. Now this is really small compared to what it was. Now I can use my mouse to zoom in, but sometimes we get zoomed out too far and it's kind of small. So we can use this button right here. It's called the refit button. So if you click on that, it brings it right up front and center for us. Okay, so once we have the dimensions in, we're going to hit the blue check mark, and then we're going to extrude it. And so we're going to hit this blue check mark here for done. And if you click down with your middle mouse wheel, hold it down like a button, you can rotate this around. And we don't have anything yet, so we're going to click on the extrude. And you can see that we are just extruded on one side of this front datum plane, but we want it on both sides. So to do that, we're going to click on this pull down menu, and we're going to click on extrude on both sides, this middle button right here. And you can see this snaps, or this jumps over, so now we're equally on both sides of that datum plane. Now we're going to create this cube at 30. So we had 30 by 30 when we're in Sketcher. Now we're going to make this, extrude this to 30 as well. So we can change it here to 30. I'm going to undo that. Or we can come up here and change it to 30. Either way works, whichever way you find is easier. So here it's 30, or you can change it up here to 30. So once we have that, we can rotate it around, look at it. Looks pretty good. We'll hit the green check mark, and now we have a cube. Our next video is going to deal with creating holes in this cube, and then we'll continue on from there.